It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And he comes up from a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing, and now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose, or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw again on second down. Mahomes, throw left side, complete to Tony. Mahomes now on first down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's caught. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Edwards-Helaire is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. KC's offense ready to take over. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Mahomes again. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring out second and goal after the gain of 5.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this was just really well done on third down because he doesn't have a lot of time to analyze things. He's got to make a snap decision and go. And his decision there, right on. He rocketed in and made the play.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now here's Mahomes. Hitting Juju on the slant. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mahomes now to throw. And no hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it to about the 26 here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. From the 10. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr will swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines could become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. The 20. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Touchdown! Darren Waller. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good-looking return set up here. The 40, 20, 10. He will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. throwing again on second down. Carr, the open man here, Renfro. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Carr to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3, but I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all, but the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's remind everyone what we've got coming up in tomorrow's action in the AFC. We've got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns matching up against the Indianapolis Colts. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half, and they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half, and it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On first down, Carr. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Carr. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2, he only got 1. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Raiders. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Carr gonna throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's gonna be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams, 33 yards. And the Raiders get a bit closer.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. 5 plays there on that drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pass incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on second down, Mahomes. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
23 yards, the final tally.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And his throw is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Mahomes now on first down. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. This offense so far on third down, they've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. And now here come the Raiders. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Butker now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Carr now on first down. Open man, that's Renfro. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Carr to throw again. Back to, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll start on the ground here on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here comes Abdullah on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. To throw, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From midfield, here's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now Carr again. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mac Hollins, 29 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.